Require.
We require teachers to have a university degree.
Family.
There are 4.
Read.
Jack is.
Magazine.
She likes to.
Dinner.
I had a
7.
I have 7 colors.
Balance.
A good balance between work.
Art.
My sister likes to look at the art in the museum.
Neighbor.
I like my neighbor.
Start.
Catherine has to start work at 8 o'clock and
Artist.
he went to Paris.
Prize.
I want to.
Together.
Let's work together to finish the project.
Often.
He often goes to bed early during the week.
Book.
The man smiled.
University.
My dream is to go to a good university.
Completely.
I was completely wrong.
Yet.
We can't go out yet. We're still eating.
Positive.
She has a positive future ahead of her after finishing college.
Wear.
The man has to wear a suit to work.
Green.
I don't like green apple.
None.
He spent all his money. There is none left.
Year.
You become 1 year older every birthday.
Beauty.
I heard my mother was a great beauty when she was young.
Home.
The family
Appreciate.
I can appreciate the lovely scenery.
Article.
Did you
Risk.
I took a risk and climbed the snowy mountain.
Nature.
On the weekend,
Available.
there were many seats available in the room.
Sheet.
I only.
Doctor.
You should go to the doctor when you are sick.
Beat.
I managed to beat everyone.
Apartment.
She has a nice.
From.
Chris studies.
Bright. Bright.
The bright light from the explosion hurt my eyes.
Compare.
If you compared.
Realize.
After I left my house, I realized that I left the light on.
Fun.
We had a fun.
Celebrate.
We all
Respond.
When the teacher asked the question, we all responded.
Concern.
I was filled with concern after reading the newspaper.
Decide.
He tried to decide which one to eat first.
Exchange.
The man
Propose.
My grandmother proposed that.
Disappear. Disappear. Disappear.
The top of the building is disappearing in the clouds.
Arrive.
They arrived at
Community.
The community got together to plant trees.
Agree.
The students agree they have too much homework. The students agree they have too much homework.
else,
I wanted a bike for my birthday, but I got something else.
end,
They are happy because the teacher wanted to end the class early.
street, street,
What is the name?
fair, fair,
He sold me his car for
December,
the last.
method,
One method to remember things is to tie a string around your finger.
flow,
The water flowed over the rocks and into the lake. The water flowed over the rock.
close, alone,
The boy
judge, judge,
The boy was going to judge how his mother's turkey tasted. The boy was going.
forward,
When he saw his mother, the baby crawled forward to her. When he saw his mother, the baby crawled forward to her. When he saw his mother,
race,
Paul is a
attitude,
John.
hill,
The sun was rising above the green hills. The sun was
wonder,
The young mother wondered if she'd have a boy or a girl.
material,
Brick is a
level, level,
Please check the level of the temperature.
January,
My birth.
think,
I think summer.
beat,
I managed to beat.
bright,
The bright light from the explosion hurt my eyes.
Fair.
He sold me his car for a fair price.
Flow.
The water flowed over the rocks and into the lake.
England had been knocked out by Germany. England. Workers seek out companies that pay the best wages. Workers. The fish sought out sheltered pools to lay their eggs. The fish sought out sheltered pools to lay their eggs. The fish. Look, Fred is knocking out Mike. Look. She went to the bathroom to make her face up. She went to the bathroom to make her face up. She went to the... We need to seek out solutions to these problems. We need to seek out solutions to these problems. We need... Liz sought out a helper for Karen. Liz sought out a helper for Karen. Peter ran into a tree when he was driving. He's in hospital. Peter ran into a tree when he was driving. He's in hospital. Peter ran...
Have you made up your mind yet? Have you made up?
A bank that will seek out the best opportunities to protect and invest your wealth. A bank that... How could you turn down such a fantastic job? How could you turn down such a fantastic job? How could you turn down such a The receptionist checked us in. The receptionist checked us in. I kept on waiting until my tummy began to complain. I kept on waiting until my tummy began to complain. I kept on waiting until my tummy... An investigation is being carried out by the prison director. An investigation is being carried out by the... I don't believe it. He turned down my offer. I don't... All the evidence backs up her story. All the... High winds knocked out all the homes in the valley. High winds knocked out. If our experiments show we can carry out these maneuvers safely, then we may be able to lower the orbit in early 2012. If our experiments... He asked her to marry him, but she turned him down. He asked her to marry him, but Joan checked out of the hotel at 10 a.m. Joan checked. I had trouble logging out Gmail today. I had trouble logging out Gmail today. We need to seek out new investments because it will cost money to do this. We need to seek. Roger turned down a great job offer because he had to move to Rome. Roger. Dress up like an Avenger ready to fight. Dress up like an Avenger ready to fight. Dress up like an. I ran into my English teacher at the movies last night. I ran into my English teacher at the movies last night. The hospital is carrying out tests to find out what's wrong with her. The hospital is carrying out tests to find out what's wrong with her. The bank turned down his application for a loan. The bank turned down his application for a loan. Stop making up excuses. This is ridiculous. Stop making. Checkout time is 12 o'clock, so we can go right to the train station. Checkout. The teacher will only give help to those who seek it out. The teacher will only give help. Please turn down the air conditioning. I'm freezing. Please turn down the air conditioning. I'm freezing. The police are checking the woman out. The police are checking the woman. The baseball glanced off of Tom and left a bruise on his arm. The baseball glanced. Can you turn the music down a bit? Can you turn the music? Our soldiers carried out a successful attack last night. Our soldiers carried out a She always backs up her arguments with facts. She always backs up her arguments with facts. She always backs up her. The bullets glanced off the car. The bullets glanced off the car. Could you turn the television down, please? I'm trying to read. Could you turn the This technique allows to carry out projects that would seem unfeasible. This technique allows to carry out projects that would seem unfeasible.
You need to make up your mind quickly. You need to.
He keeps on being late. He keeps on being. The lights in the theater were turned down. The lights in the theater were turned down. The lights in the theater were turned down. We will seek someone out to do the work for us. We will seek someone. Many times we go against the tide because there are circumstances opposed to our wishes. Many times we check out this and other stories in Petrobras magazine. Check out this. He turned his coat collar down when he got inside the house. He turned his coat collar down when he got inside the house. He turned his coat. The building work was carried out by a local contractor. The building work. If you really want to knock out your opponents, you have to be able to answer most of these questions. If you really want to knock out your opponents, you have to be able to answer most of these questions. We knocked out last year's champions in the quarterfinals. We knocked out last year's champions in the quarterfinals. She turned down the flaps on her hat to protect her ears from the cold. She turned down the flaps on her hat to. The fish sought out sheltered pools to lay their eggs. The fish sought out sheltered pools to lay their eggs. Together we, Europe, China, and others, must seek out new paths. Together, the best player in their team will knock us out. The best player in their team will knock us out. The best player in their team will knock us out. This volume is made up by 10 chapters. This volume is made up by 10 chapters. This volume is made. The top sheets had been neatly turned down. The top sheets had been. Corbett resolved to seek out the truth. You can't brush off a boyfriend and expect him to do you a favor. You can't brush off a boyfriend and expect him to do you a favor. You can't brush. How could you turn down such a fantastic job? How could you turn down? The sink's drain is backed up and has to be unclogged by a plumber. The sink's drain is back. Please hang your jacket up in the closet. Please hang your jacket up in the closet. Don't blame me, I'm only carrying out orders. Don't blame me, I'm only carrying out orders. Liz sought out a helper for Karen. Liz sought out a help. Roger checked in his suitcase. Roger checked in his suitcase. He turned his coat collar down when he got inside the house. He turned his coat. She turned down the flaps on her hat to protect her ears from the cold. The top sheets had been neatly turned down. The top